Wrestling fans, I'm going to jump right to the point here. Jump right to the point. I'm not going to spit any phrases at you or spin anything at you. We're going to jump right into it. WWE this week promoted change. Right? Promoted that we have the power. Promoted that we have the authority. So on and so forth. Well, if that's the case, then we're going to dive in and talk about how this change can work in the WWE right here today on the podcast. Before we dive into that, though, don't forget to become a subscriber today. My goal is to reach 200 subscribers by the end of the year. I have 189 loyal, awesome subscribers right here on the channel right now. If you're one of them, thank you very much. And if this is your first time right here on this channel, don't forget to become one today. And leave me a like and a comment down below if you enjoy this podcast. Be much appreciated. But now, this huge change that WWE is promoting, because let's face it, 2018 has been one of the lowest, absolute lowest times in WWE in history, quite frankly. So they're promoting change. And they're promoting that we have it. Well, how's this going to work? Quite simple. They need a huge 100% overhaul. From top to bottom, Raw and SmackDown does. Now, that could go from the set all the way to its superstars. You look at the set, Raw and SmackDown. First of all, what's different? What's different about Raw and SmackDown? Hardly anything, except the color. One's red and one's blue, and one says SmackDown and one says Raw. That's it. There is nothing else that is different about these shows when it comes to the set. These sets needs something different. These sets needs a show opener outside of then, now, and forever before we dive into the announcers saying, "Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw," or "Welcome everybody to SmackDown Live." They need something different. They need something fresh. When you look at SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, and you look at its superstars, yes, this past Monday, we did see Tyler Breeze. We did see a gauntlet match with the women. We saw Natalya win, and she's going to face her friend Ronda Rousey next week for the Raw Women's Championship, among other things, Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor, so on and so forth. But in reality, at core, what really needs to happen with the superstars? How are they really being used? For instance, Bray Wyatt. He's been sending out cryptic messages about a possible leaving of the WWE on Twitter. Now, I just saw a report saying that he's supposed to be working house shows after Christmas. Now, if this is true, when he comes back to TV, WWE use him correctly. I think everybody will agree with me on that. He preaches about being a god and about being this person that's the eater of worlds, and he's going to destroy people, amongst other things. Let's actually see it. You know, I mean, Bray Wyatt preaches to all this stuff, and then he ends up losing virtually almost every single rivalry that he is in. So WWE, if he's going to preach to us about this stuff, then he should be winning. Okay? Tyler Breeze. Have him do more than go out there and put on a good match and then lose every single time. Fandango is gone. Okay? He's still out injured. Well, if he's still out injured and you are going to put Tyler Breeze out there wrestling Dean Ambrose or this and that superstar, or if you're going to go out there and you're going to have Tyler Breeze fill time in just filler matches, build Tyler Breeze up and have him win some matches. That would make fans happy. Tyler Breeze is the type of superstar that fans actually enjoy when he puts on a tremendous match. Look at what he does at NXT. Now, if you would put something like that, at least somewhat similar, on the main roster, I am sure fans would eat that up. Come on, WWE. Common sense. Finn Balor. And this is just Monday Night Raw that I'm running down at the point. Finn Balor. A person who still has not gotten his opportunity to go after the Universal Championship since he had to drop it back in 2016 when he got injured the night after he won it. Somebody who has been mishandled, misused every step of the way. What a shame. What a shame. This guy should at least have Intercontinental Championship in mind. He should. He should not be out there being fed to the wolves. AOP. Seriously? You gotta be kidding me. With how they're being used, I think that goes for I think I'm speaking for everybody when I say that. And that goes for the entire Raw Tag Team division. The entire Raw Tag Team division. Before you start bringing up other tag teams, which I'm sure the tag team that you're bringing up is going to Monday Night Raw. Before you start bringing up other tag teams, you really should worry about the tag team division that you have on Monday Night Raw, which is practically non-existent. Non-existent. I don't care if you stuck the B team and the Colognes. I don't care who it is. I know the Colognes are on SmackDown, but you get what I'm trying to say. All the irrelevance on Monday Night Raw this past Monday. You have to build those tag teams up. Because if you do not build those tag teams up, then what's this new tag team going to do when you bring that up on NXT? It's just another tag team to waste away on Monday Night Raw. Now, some of you might say, oh, Webby's just being negative. No, I'm looking at things in the most logical way that I can see it. If you have a non-existent tag team division and you bring up another tag team, are we really going to care about this tag team? Absolutely not. Titus Worldwide. Some of you might be saying, why in the world are you going to mention Titus O'Neil? Look, this is a stable, okay, that could have worked. Titus Worldwide. Titus O'Neil as a manager, he could have put some people in his stable. He could have managed them, and he could have been out there managing them and all this different types of stuff. Instead, what did WWE do? They stuck just Apollo Crews in it, and it went nowhere. And nobody liked it. They didn't stick a microphone in Titus O'Neil's hand. Nothing. Now, don't know how well it would get over, but it's worth a shot. I mean, you're sticking Leo Rush and Almighty Cringely out there, and that is the most cringiest thing I've ever seen. That is something that just needs to get tossed out the trash can. But Titus Worldwide and putting some people in a stable, that would be different. That's just me. Now, as far as SmackDown and its roster is concerned, you have Shinsuke Nakamura. You have Zack Ryder, Samoa Joe, Ty Dillinger. The list goes on. Yeah, some of you might say, well, so they're using Samoa Joe pretty good. He has not won a championship since 2000, the entire time he's been on the main roster. He has been out there kind of like Cactus Jack, Mick Foley. He goes out there, he knows how to put on a good rivalry, he knows how to put on a good match, but in the end, he's there to lose. He enhances rivalries tremendously. Does he do anything? No. Absolutely horrible. It's a miscarriage of justice. If there's one thing WWE needs to change, if we actually get any type of say in this, Samoa Joe needs to get championship gold in the WWE on the main roster. Ty Dillinger and Zack Ryder. People just like a Tyler Breeze, someone of that nature. You know, you say that these guys might not go anywhere. Look, if you put on a tournament for the United States Championship, if you put on any type of mid-card match or of a filler match, these guys could go in there and knock your socks off. Guaranteed. If WWE would let them go in there and produce a match of good quality. Now, these guys would also make a pretty good tag team, if you ask me. Ty Dillinger and Zack Ryder. But tag team division on SmackDown is pretty solid if they would utilize them to the best of their ability. Sanity, they're pretty decent tag team if WWE would continue on with this monstrous push of theirs. The Club, absolutely fantastic. If WWE would actually utilize them instead of just utilizing them for 1 week and then we don't see them at all. Because if that's what happens, then yeah, all this tells me is that WWE pretty much, hey, we're throwing the fans a bone for 1 week and then we don't care what they think for the rest. That's what that tells me. Usos, the Clones, so on and so forth. Numerous tag team matches that we could see. Got to set that up. Build these tag teams up. Shinsuke Nakamura, the current United States champion, for now. I read a report on what might happen next Tuesday, or it's being taped, I think Saturday, for Christmas, the Christmas episode, of what might happen at his United States Championship matchup. I think I just gave it away to you. But Shinsuke Nakamura, mishandled, misused, virtually almost the entire time he's been on the main roster. He hasn't done anything with that United States Championship. Not a thing. Except come up with a nice little Nakamura or Naka America catchphrase. That's it. It's a shame. That's all he's done. Shame he has not been at least a one-time WWE champion. Now, Dave Meltzer says he's not going back to New Japan since his contract runs up next year. He answered a question from somebody on Twitter. He says he's not going back to New Japan, practically meaning that he's going to sign with WWE. But WWE, if you're listening to your audience, if you're listening to your fans, I don't care if Shinsuke Nakamura is a heel or not. You need to build up Shinsuke Nakamura and put him in situations where he is advancing and doing some tremendous things on the main roster. Point blank. Because right now he's not. Right now he is not. You know, when he was in that rivalry with AJ Styles, even though he was losing, which people did not like that he lost every time, but even though he was losing, he was cracking everybody up with the way his heel persona was coming off. Can't really say that now. I mean, you can't. So, with that being said, all of these different aspects is how this new era can come off and work well, work great on Raw and SmackDown. And, you know, the McMahon family wants to be in charge. I don't see a tremendous problem with that, as long as they are not the prominent focus every single week. They want to come out and do what they did on SmackDown this past Tuesday, what Vince and Shane did this past Tuesday. That's fine. Had a couple segments with them, made one match, and that was it. And it was not overwhelmingly about the authority. Raw, it was overwhelmingly about the authority. Now, of course, you kind of had to, because you had to get the announcement that there was change coming. But you really don't need that. every single week now that the announcement has been made. And that's what podcast I have for you today and what it's about. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to leave me a comment below. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.